All right, good morning, everyone. As we go live, I'm going to invite everybody to stand up so that we can shake out all of those, whatever it is that needs to be shaken out. Welcome in the new year. Kathleen, hi, I didn't see you come in. So many people here today, it's amazing. And we are going to sing, as soon as the recorded music turns off, we're going to sing a Rickie Byars favorite, a classic, I'm Choosing Heaven today. So I invite everybody to sing along if you like. And Honey Bunch, are we ready? We are ready. Okay, so welcome everyone to the Victoria Truth Center for a very special Celebrate Sunday, our Burning Bowl and Visioning ceremony today. So let's kick things off with I'm Choosing Heaven today. Bob Goodwin on the piano, VTC Community Choir in the seats. Go ahead and have a seat. So welcome to a very special Celebrate Sunday. And before I go on any further and talk about who we are and what it is that we do here, is there anyone here for the first time today? Yes, welcome Connie, welcome Laura, and welcome Kevin. Can we let these folks know how delighted we are that they're here with us today? We love you, we appreciate you, we're so glad you're here. Thank you, let's give them a hand. So, I know that you guys did some research or you heard a little bit about us before you walked in here, but whether it is your first time or your umpteenth time, then we basically come here and we gather to do one thing and one thing only. And that's to remember that there is only one thing going on. And so whatever it is that you call it is way less important than the thing itself. But the thing, sometimes we call it love, we call it source, spirit, universe, God, creativity. Sometimes we call it the quantum field. And there are a whole bunch of different names that we could call it, but the thing is what we really want to remember. That there is only this one thing going on. And because there's only one, it means that everyone and everything is that. Not just a little bit, not just sometimes on special Burning Bowl and Visioning Day ceremonies, but all the time, all of it. So Mary, Connie, Laura, Kevin, Catherine, Deb, everyone here, everyone is that incredible, amazing thing that is always, always expressing itself, unleashing itself out into the world. This is an incredible, amazing opportunity right here, right now, every single moment of every single day to remember how powerful we are, how creative we are, how incredibly, amazingly resilient we are, because we are bigger and more powerful and creative than anything we could ever think, believe, or feel, than anything that we could ever experience. So this is why we come together, to remember that we're that, to remind ourselves, to remind each other, and to further feel it, like really embody it for ourselves. Because when we do, here we like to talk about it as love, live life lovingly. When we remember that each and every one of us is love, then we choose consciously, intentionally to live life more lovingly. And not just for ourselves, not just for each other, but for the entire world. So how does that sound on the very first Sunday of 2025? All right, fantastic. So let us also remember where it is that we are doing this remembering and this celebrating and this letting go and visioning, that we are on the unceded territories of the Lekwungen peoples, the Songhees and Esquimalt nations. And if we take a look at some of the values that they hold dear, forgiveness, love, respect, honesty, and courage, these are all values that we could embrace more fully, more purposefully, more intentionally, every moment of every day. And what would happen if we did? What would we feel like? What would life look like? How could life be different if that's how we approached every single moment of every single day? Well, we can do that. We get to do that. No one is living our life for us. We're the ones choosing how we experience our life, the life that we create for ourselves and those around us. So let us choose forgiveness, love, respect, honesty, and courage. And in doing so, we express gratitude, reverence, and appreciation for all of life. So grateful to be able to live and breathe and work and play and co-create on these incredible lands right here, right now. All right, we're going to move into our meditative tune, and for those who are new or haven't been here in a while, we're going to go into an opening prayer and blessing right after, so just hang out in this incredible, amazing, beautiful, expansive space. If you want to sing along, then please do. We're going to sing I Surrender by Christy Snow. surrendering to this moment, knowing that this moment is the only moment that matters, letting everything else fall away. Presence, power, beauty, harmony, love, and grace. All attributes of this one incredible, sacred, divine, dynamic, energetic flow that is forever expressing itself in, through, and as everyone and everything. Feeling and knowing that right here, right now, this presence is alive and well and active in every single fiber of everyone's being. It is the formation and information of every single thought, word, and action step. It is every single choice. And so as I open up to the knowing that right here, right now, there is that in each and every individual present, in person, online, everywhere, and every when, that is so fully in tune, that is so aligned with and as this incredible, amazing magnificence that is the very beingness, the very foundation, the very essence, the very inception of everyone and everything. I am so grateful to know that our time together today is this incredible, amazing love, energy, divinity expressing. And so knowing that our time together today is founded and grounded in love, in joy, in harmony, in community. I am knowing that consciousness continues to open up and expand each and every individual present, opening us all up to a greater expression, experience, and embodiment of who and what we truly are. So for all of the love and joy and beauty and harmony and grace and appreciation that is present, I am so grateful to know that there is always, always more. So as we remember and declare that we are here to thrive in 2025, I simply release my word as law, knowing that this prayer, this blessing is already fully realized in the universal mind of God, in the quantum field of infinite potentiality. So I release, I let go, I trust, and I know, and so it is. All right, so just taking a moment to transition from this very peaceful, grounded, and expansive state to, ta-da! This is our theme for the year, guys. Here to thrive in 2025. And so I am super excited because last year it was all about there's always more in 2024, right? Honey Bunch, can you please turn this down a bit? There is always more in 2024, more to learn, more to experience, more to express as, more to embody, more to be expanded by, just so much more goodness and greatness, because this incredible thing that each and every one of us is, still a bit echoey, thank you, it is always, always on the move. It is always ready to just unleash itself more fully into the world, in, through, and as everyone and everything. And so as we opened up to the more in 2024, we now get to really anchor ourselves in that knowing. We get to embrace this truth for ourselves and everyone in our community, everyone and everything around us, and we get to consciously choose to thrive in 2025. And so our theme for January to go along with this is consciousness, because that's what everything is. Right? And the affirmation to go with consciousness this month is love is all there is, consciousness is everything. There is nothing that is not love. There is nothing that is not consciousness. The only thing that will happen, quite often maybe, depending on where we're at in the moment, where we're at on our spiritual journey, is that we forget. We forget, we step off this path, we come out of alignment, we're not in tune the way that we could be. But when we remember how all-powerful and creative we are, that we create our reality, no other entity pulling those proverbial puppet strings, we get to decide, we get to choose, then wow, that's a lot of power. And isn't it super awesome that we get to decide? So this month, it's all about consciousness, remembering that's who and what we are. That's the only thing that is ever going on. And if we want to express as that consciousness more fully, then we get to do it any moment of any day. And we get to express the love that we truly are, the essential love, not just relational love, but the essential love that is the power of the blazing sun, every twinkling star in the sky, that is the purr of my cat when she's lying on my belly or beside me in bed. It's the twinkle in a child's eye. It's whatever we hold dear and then some, because love is all there is and consciousness is everything. So we're going to be reminded of that again and again and again and again this month, because around the world, what happens often in some new thought centers, specifically centers for spiritual living, which are associated with the science of mind philosophy, which is what I came up in, was my foundational philosophy throughout practitioner and ministerial studies. We go back to basics in January to remember this is the foundation. And so what people will do at various centers is they will take the science of mind, this big, fat, massive tome. Who here is familiar with the Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes? Okay, a few hands going up. Really, if you looked at the introduction, which is maybe about this much of the book, that's really the most of what you need to know. That's the crux of it, okay? But there are 4 little chapters in there, and the first one is the thing itself. And in it, Ernest Holmes talks about that there's this thing. There's this one thing, this energy, this power, this incredible, amazing source of creativity and intelligence, that's the only thing that is going on. And so that's what we're going to focus on by leaning into consciousness. So I have a quote that I want to start off our burning bowl with, because today there's going to be no talk. Today we are going to let go. We're going to release a whole bunch of stuff, and then we're going to lean into the new through visioning. So if I could, Dean, could I ask you to help me move this table, please? So if you could take it from the front, we're going to move it to the center of the room. Thank you very much. Yeah, right here in front of this grate. Awesome. Thank you. Perfect, thank you. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by lighting an actual candle, because we need the flame so that we can actually burn some stuff. And I want you to start thinking about what is it that you are ready to let go of? What is it that is old and no longer fits, like in the meditation quote? What is it that no longer serves? What is it that is holding you back from expressing more fully as that incredible, amazing awesomeness that you truly actually are? And so when it comes to the burning bowl, I'm going to pass this around. If you could all just take one little sheet out of this cup and then pass it around the room, that would be great. Thank you. So who here is familiar? I don't talk a lot about the Bible, unless I'm in an Aramaic Jesus class or something, which I am going to be soon. But there is this quote, and it's not really a quote. It's part of. I've forgotten already, and I didn't write it down. Anyway, Jesus talks about how no man puts a piece of new cloth on an old garment or new wine into old wineskins. Has anyone ever heard that before? Something like that? Yeah. Okay. So what does that mean? It means what the quote was that Ernest Holmes had at the beginning. We are continuously living a new life, and when the old and the new do not fit nicely together, the old, being no longer able to contain the new, should be discarded. Because if you have some like schleppy fabric or something, all right, full of holes, it's really, really worn, and you put a new piece of fabric on there that hasn't been cured, that hasn't been stretched or something, what's going to happen? It's not going to hold on. It's not going to work. It's not going to fit. So what you need to do is you need to discard. You actually need to get rid of the old fabric, and you need to turn to the new. With the wineskins, if you try pouring old wine, apparently, I don't know this for sure, but if you try pouring new wine into an old used wineskin, then it'll wreck it. And so not only is the new wine wrecked, but so is the container, the vessel that you were pouring it into. So the whole point of this is that you can't fit the new into the old because the old is not big enough, it's not strong enough, it's not resilient enough to open up to the new that is coming in every moment of every single day. And so today is our opportunity to get rid of those old ragged garments. It's to let go of everything that doesn't belong in this incredible, amazing, brand spanking new now moment that is so filled with infinite potentiality that may be holding you back. So I want you to just take a few moments as Bob starts to play some lovely music, and close your eyes, place your hands on your heart if you wish, and just take a few moments to consider, what are you willing and ready to let go of? And then when I give you the cue, then I'm going to ask you to start lining up from this direction. And everyone is going to come. Where's that little mug? Perfect. Everyone is, not yet.
Oh, sorry.
Everyone is going to have an opportunity to come up to the candle. And you're going to be able to very sacredly release whatever it is that you're ready to let go of. Okay? So it's going to look like this. And it's gone. Okay, if you hold it here a little longer, it might actually disappear here, but ultimately, there's nothing left. Okay? So what is it that you are ready to release back into no-thingness? And before Bob starts playing, I'm going to invite Bob to come up and release what he's ready to release. All right, so just take a few moments as Bob starts to play. We are continuously living a new life. And when the old and the new do not fit nicely together, the old being no longer able to contain the new should be discarded. And because this is a year of thriving, I invite you to get serious about what you're ready to let go of. Thoughts and beliefs are at the foundation of it, but are there habits? Are there choices? Are there actions? Are there people? Anything that is standing in the way of you living your greatest, highest truth. What are you ready and willing to let go of? So Inez, when you're ready, I'm going to invite you to come on up and then just follow along behind. And then come around this way and go back to your seat. So everyone's going in one direction. Oh yeah, just continue along, everyone. Mariana, if you want to. So now I invite you to close your eyes. Place your hands on your heart if that feels comfortable and nourishing. And just really commit to what it is that you're now going to open up to. Now that there's all of this extra space, energy, awareness, now that you've let go and made yourself more spacious, what is it that's possible in 2025? And so just take a few moments to open up. So now we move into the visioning portion of our time together. And this is about continuing to open up. And it's about letting go of all preconceived notions, of any thoughts or memories of things that you've desired. And as you continue to let go and open up to the infinite possibilities, this isn't about holding a vision in mind. It's not about visualizing anything particular. It is about tuning in with your heart. It is about listening with your inner ear and observing with your inner eye. Opening up to the infinite possibilities of who you can become and the life that you can live. And so let's take some time now to really lean in. And so I invite you to bring to your mind's eye someone that you love. Someone that you love unconditionally, who is easy to love. This could be a friend, a spouse, a family member, a child, a pet. Someone who makes your heart swell, makes it glow, makes it feel bigger than it normally does. See this individual's, this being's face. Notice their features. Notice their smile, the twinkle in their eyes. If it's a pet, maybe remember and notice the fur, their whiskers, their feathers. And just hold this being in your mind's eye until you can feel your heart starting to expand. And as we move into this beautiful, powerful, sacred feeling of unconditional love. Dropping down from our head into our heart center. Remaining anchored in this beautiful, warm, divine, intertwingling interconnectivity. Knowing that the love that we hold and feel and experience for this beautiful being is the love that we all are. And so as we move through 4 questions in this visioning process, I invite you to remain anchored in love. Remain anchored in this essential knowingness, this wisdom, this intelligence, this harmony. Knowing that every answer to every question you could ever possibly have already exists within. That every resource and opportunity you could ever possibly require to live your most amazing, engaging, beautiful, love-filled, joy-filled, fantastical life, that all of that is available to you right here, right now. And so as we continue opening up our heart, as we remain anchored in unconditional, essential love, I offer you this first question to open up to. Not to contemplate, not to look for answers, but to open up to and receive whatever it is that wants to come through. What is the highest vision for thriving this year? What is the highest vision for thriving this year? Listening with your inner ear, allowing your heart to be your guide. Simply noticing whatever is coming up. And if nothing is coming up, that's okay. We're opening up. And inspiration can come at any time during the visioning and beyond. What is the highest vision for thriving this year? Remembering to breathe. Remaining anchored in unconditional love. What is the highest vision for thriving this year? Remaining open and receptive. Simply noticing and observing whatever it is that is happening or coming through. Let's move on to our second question. In order to realize the highest vision for thriving this year, what must I become? In order to realize the highest vision for thriving this year, what must I become? Allowing your heart to be your guide, the essential love you are to inspire and reveal. In order to realize the highest vision for thriving this year, what must I become? Remembering to breathe. Listening with your inner ear and observing with your inner eye. Remaining open and receptive and anchored in unconditional love. In order to realize the highest vision for thriving this year, what must I become? Checking in with your beloved in your mind's eye and in your heart. Continuing to amplify the love that you are. Let us move on to the third question. In order to realize the highest vision for thriving this year, what must I release? In order to realize the highest vision for thriving this year, what must I release? And as you open up to what it is that is ready to be released, I invite you to open up to the different ways that things can be released. The release is about letting go, and release is about allowing or unleashing. So in order to realize the highest vision for thriving this year, what must I let go of? And what must I allow? Remaining open and receptive. Not looking for any answers or trying to make sense of anything that might be coming up. Simply surrendering to the wisdom, the intelligence, the knowingness from within. In order to realize the highest vision for thriving this year, what must I release? remembering to breathe. Remaining anchored in unconditional, essential love. Moving on to our next question. In order to realize the highest vision for thriving this year, what must I embrace? In order to realize the highest vision for thriving this year, what must I embrace? As we let go, we create more room and opportunity to open up. And so what can I embrace more of? Listening with your inner ear, allowing your heart to be your guide. In order to realize the highest vision for thriving this year, what must I embrace? Feeling the warmth and glow and expanse of your beloved. Feeling the love that is activating your heart and every fiber of your being. Opening up to the new and the unknown. In order to realize the highest vision for thriving this year, what must I embrace? And so knowing that Spirit, Source, Love, God, the quantum field is infinite, boundless, limitless, and forever expanding. Let us ask one more question. In order to realize the highest vision for thriving this year, what else? In order to realize the highest vision for thriving this year, what else? Remaining open and receptive, surrendering to and allowing whatever it is that wants to come through. remaining anchored in unconditional essential love. In order to realize the highest vision for thriving this year, what else? So as we finish off the very brief visioning portion of our time together today, please know that a portal has been opened, an opportunity has been created, and insight, wisdom, intuitive knowing, ahas can come through at any time. And so I invite you to continue listening with your inner ear, continue observing with your inner eye, and remain anchored in love at all times, knowing that as you further embody the love you truly are, the more you recognize and activate it in others, and the more the collective consciousness is raised to a higher vibration and frequency. And so as we consider our own journey of letting go and opening up, I offer you a few more quotes from Ernest Holmes. The one from Meditation where he says, "We are continuously living a new life, and when the old and the new do not fit nicely together, the old being no longer able to contain the new should be discarded." He goes on to say, "Continually we must expect new revelations of old truths." We should never lose sight of the fact that the soul is on the pathway of an endless and ever-expanding experience, and that only by expansion can it evolve. There is no limit to the possibility inherent in all men. Let the timid soul put its complete trust in good and press bravely on. And so remembering that the Science of Mind was written in 1927 and then revised in 1938, the language isn't as important as the consciousness of what was offered. That there is that in each and every one of us that is forever evolving and expanding. And the more that we embrace and embody this exquisite, elegant, amazing awesomeness that is boundless, limitless, and eternal, the more we get to live the life that we are capable of living. And so to finish off today's visioning, I offer you a brief reading by Richard Wagamese from his book Embers, One Ojibwe's Meditations. "I came here to inhabit a body that would allow my soul to experience, so I am not my body. I came here to experience the grandest thought, so I am not my mind. I came here to experience the deepest feeling, so I am not my feelings. I am all of it, thought, feeling, and experience. That translates to awe, joy, and reverence for all life, for all beings, for all creation. Knowing this, understanding this, makes living the hardest thing of all. But the joy is in the challenge, the gradual, day by day becoming." Thank you, and so it is. Okay, so let's just take a few moments. Maybe rub your hands together on your body a little bit, just to become more physically grounded and aware. And remember that you have just opened up. So things could hit you, things could whisper, things could just pass by fleetingly. And so I invite you to continue paying attention and noticing, okay? Because all of that is intuitive wisdom that is always in and at play, and it's always available to be tuned into, okay? All right. So, and Bob, thank you for the beautiful Bach. And what else did you play? You played 2 pieces?
No,
just one? So lovely. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to ask, who's feeling inspired? Who's feeling better right now than they did when they walked in? Who's feeling more connected? Okay, a few more hands. What? Who's feeling more connected? Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, so as we recognize how we're feeling, what it is that's happening for us in this moment, then we get to remember that, hey, when we join in community, when we remind ourselves, each other, of who and what we are, we get to experience more of who and what we are. And that's part of us expanding on our spiritual journey, and that's part of us building community together, right? And that thing that we are experiencing, the way that we're feeling, all of that incredible, amazing energy that is always in and at play, there is no end to it. So we have that much more that we can give right here, right now, than we did when we walked in. That much more of ourselves, right? And so if you feel inspired, if you feel uplifted, if you feel more connected, then this is an opportunity to share some of that generosity of spirit. And there are several ways that you can do it. You can do it via e-transfer. You can do it by credit card. There's a terminal on the back table. There's a big silver bowl that has some papers. We are out of our tithing envelopes because there has been such an abundance and generosity in giving, picking up more this week. But there are sheets there that you can write your information on, and a paper clip that you can clip to the cash if that's the way that you're doing it. However it is that you are choosing to give, however it is that you are choosing to be generous with the spirit and the love and abundance that you are, I invite you to place your hands on your heart as we declare this abundance affirmation together. In gratitude I give, in gratitude I receive. By embracing generosity with enthusiasm and delight, I celebrate the infinite possibilities of living life lovingly, and so it is. And so I invite you to close your eyes or lower your gaze one more time, and I invite you to just feel the gratitude that is in this room. The gratitude as it appreciates, knowing that as we focus on something, it expands. And so let us expand this appreciation, let us expand this thanksgivingness, and let us open up to the abundance that is ever flowing within and without. So right here, right now, I am so grateful for our time together, knowing that whatever it is that was meant to be gifted, to receive, to be dug into, unearth, and explore, that every individual is taking away whatever it is that was theirs. And so I'm so grateful for the opportunity to continue letting go, to continue opening up, and to continue recognizing and realizing and becoming expanded into this incredible, amazing opportunity to thrive in 2025. So as we move forward as individuals, as a community, as members of this incredible, amazing world that we are a part of, I'm so grateful to know that there is that in each and every one of us that does so, grounded and founded in loving kindness, compassion, and grace. So for all of the love that is present, for all of the love that is on its way, I am so eternally grateful for it all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and so it is. All right, just a few announcements because it is the beginning of the month, so there's a lot going on. There are little flyers on the wall over by the silver bowl if you want to take a look at stuff and see what's happening. There is information on the front door. And if there are community things happening, like there's Authentic Relating happening here tonight, then there's information about that in the foyer. So Elevate is back on Wednesdays from 7 to 8:45 p.m. We have our very first one of 2025 on Wednesday, January 8th. Super amazing time. If you haven't been, I invite you to come and check out Elevate. Similar format to a normal Celebrate Sunday, but there's a live jazz band, and these musicians are extraordinary. Glenn Sheridan is starting his book study on the 4 Agreements Saturday. So I'm going to hand out a little sign-up sheet because I know there's lots of people who want to come but haven't necessarily signed up. So please feel free to pass it around, sign up. And it's going to happen here starting on Saturday, January 11th until February 18th, 3 to 4:30 p.m. here. And who here has read the book, The 4 Agreements? Okay, who here hasn't? Whether you have or you haven't, please come to this book study. This is such an incredible, like it almost could be a manual of these 4 incredible tenets to live by. Be impeccable with your word, don't take anything personally, don't make assumptions, and always do your best. It's going to be a lovely opportunity to dig into this classic by Don Miguel Ruiz, and it's going to be an amazing opportunity to be in community with us together and to see what it is that Glenn has to offer as facilitator. All right. Friendship Sunday, next Sunday. Who here has friends? Okay. Taking a page out of Sandy's book. Do you have friends? This is the Sunday to bring them. Second Sunday of every single month is Friendship Sunday. We have our regular Celebrate, and then we have a potluck lunch. We have a band. And so it's just a lot of fun and an amazing, amazing opportunity for you to share what it is that you love and cherish about VTC with people that you love and cherish. So come on down next Sunday, Friendship Sunday, starting at 10:30 and ending around 12:50. Okay, Reddy talked about some of the events. This is part of what's happening this month. This is a small month for VTC. There's going to be more happening in February. But again, Authentic Relating Games tonight, 4 Agreements book study starting on Saturday, and Friendship Sunday next Sunday. Those are the big things to remember. Become a member. I see a lot of members in the audience, but I received this membership form from someone today, and it's always exciting when someone says, hey, I feel so at home here, I feel like I belong, I feel inspired, that they want to actually sign up and become a member. And so I'm inviting you, if you're interested, there are forms on the back table by the silver bowl. You can hand them in to me, or who are the board members here today? Gloria and Ed and Carolyn. That's it. Okay, so these 3 people, you could hand a form in to them as well. Ari, back there, behind the mask. You can hand a form to any one of the members, and what this means is you're making a commitment to VTC, to participating, to stewarding, to being part of how this community is growing, building, evolving, and expanding. And that's how community builds, grows, evolves, and expands, right? Is when we do it together. So if you're interested, please, 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 we would welcome your participation in our community. And if you or anyone you know is in need of prayer, you can always write prayers at victoriatruthcenter.org. There's also a little prayer request form box on the back table there. Just write down your prayer request, fold it in there, and then the VTC prayer team will pray for you and yours affirmatively. If you aren't already on the newsletter list, there is a sign-up sheet over there, although I'm looking at people, except for the new people, I think almost everyone is. Community announcements. Is there someone or something that someone here is involved in or offering that they would like to, Zoe? I know it's not official, but to talk about just like that it's something that's coming up here, so that people online will hear too. You're welcome. Yep.
So I had the great joy of singing once a couple months ago here, and I'm a singer-songwriter and song circle leader. So in February, I will be having a Sing Into Freedom class that everyone is invited to come to. We'll be doing some chants and songs from different traditions and some just basic vocal expansion, and it's a very safe and supportive environment. You don't have to be a singer. It's really if you just want to come and explore your voice and be in community together. So
yeah, great. Thank you. Looking forward to that. Yay! All right. Is there anyone else who's going to be offering anything they would like to share with the community?
Just a question, Lesia. Will these events be put on the calendar on the website or some way other than just a newsletter?
Yep. Yes, the website has not been updated yet, and yes, it will be. Doug, thank you for asking. All right, anybody else? No. All right, then I'm going to invite everyone to stand up. We're going to sing an Amy Steinberg tune. Who was here for Amy Steinberg? All right, look at all these Amy Steinberg fans. So we're going to sing up "I Light Up the World." Community Choir in the seats. Thank you so much for being with us for our special Celebrate Sunday. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. We will see you next week. Bye, everybody online. Thank you.